We're back. We're back. And I'm Anthony Mattioli. Welcome to Adventure Outdoors with Anthony and Steve. It's good to be with you again.
Good to be back.
Today,
Yeah.
we're going to...
Sorry.
Good to be back.
Sorry, I interrupted your
Hey,
your scripted entry there.
Steve, you're just excited about getting this started,
I am.
I was going to tell our listeners that once again with me today, and this is the part I like, Steve, the trail whisperer, the mountaineer man, and the hike master, Steve Mattioli. Good morning, Steve. Now you can come in.
Good morning. Yeah, you give me a new name on every podcast, so
I know.
it's always
I don't know
interesting to
why
see what you're going to come up with today. But I like those.
Steve, I never call you the same thing. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, you're good with
Yeah.
that? Okay.
We're going to finish this up today.
Well-
this pack.
Finally, Steve,
yeah. We've dragged people out for
I
too
don't-
long on this one.
Yeah, this backpack you have, it must be pretty heavy because you've got a lot of camping gear in there or hiking gear, right?
Yeah.
Now, do you want me to review what we went over so far, or are you going to take care of that?
Well, I don't
I can do it,
I don't have
Steve.
the list in front of me here.
Well, I do.
Okay.
So I don't know why I even
Sorry
asked
about
you that
that.
question. Okay. So I know you're going to correct me if I mess one up, all right?
Okay.
So
I'm
far.
going to turn my light down here. 1 second. Keep going.
Okay. Essential hiking gear, right, Steve?
Correct.
That you need when you're going to venture out in the wild. Number one, and there's 10 of them. Number one, flashlight.
Not in any order. Go
Number-
ahead.
Thank you. Not in any order. Number two, a good knife. Number three, a water bottle. Number four, sunglasses. Preferably SierraBub sunglasses, but we'll get to that later. Number five, map of the area, right? Number six, sunscreen. Gotta have sunscreen. Number seven, safari hat. Number eight, and this is the one you might think you're gonna forget, but you probably shouldn't forget, is bear spray. Okay? Number nine is everybody needs some hand sanitizer. And number 10, and my absolute favorite item, is the dog bowl, which we did clarify in another podcast that it could also be a cat bowl if you're a cat lover. Okay? So, with that being said, Steve, would you take the honor of giving us whatever's left in that backpack of yours?
Okay, you must be saying, like, how big is that backpack?
Well, yeah, man.
But actually,
come on.
you hit it, Anth. It's very lightweight. All this stuff is lightweight.
It is
The
lightweight.
two heaviest
Okay.
things that I carry is my knife and water. Everything else is very
Okay.
lightweight. So I'm always testing Anth at the beginning of every show. Anth, I want to show
Yeah.
you this. Okay, I'm going to show him this. Do you know what this is?
Okay. Here we go again, Steve.
Can everyone in the audience see that?
Here. Steve, I told you have to give me multiple choice questions. It can't be. Can you tell me like what you think it is, and I can guess it?
Okay.
It's kind of tough just
This.
trying to guess it without any help.
All right. So for the sake of time here, Anth, this
Okay.
is called a fire starter. And you take this little part here
fire
and you
starter.
scrape it down here, and it creates sparks. And
Mm-hmm.
the nice thing about having this, now I do carry matches to make it easy,
Mm-hmm.
okay? But the nice thing about this thing right here, and I keep it in my pack, is this thing never goes out. This thing never runs dry. I can dip this in water for an hour and pull it out and start a fire. You get your matches wet or something, you're done. You know, they're not going to work.
Mm-hmm.
This thing will start a fire every time you want to start a fire. So I have one of these in my backpack. It's a wonderful tool.
Yeah.
And they're
And-
good to have.
Yeah, you have to. They're good to have. You know what, Steve? Are there better ones than not? I mean, because you ever watch that show Naked and Afraid?
Right.
Which is a crazy show.
It is.
Some of those people are supposed to be experts and they can't even start a fire. I don't know how they got on the show. I
Yeah,
mean,
and I don't know what type
if you
of
can't
I don't
start,
know what type of equipment they're given on that show, but a lot of times they're
yeah,
not given a fire starter a lot of times. Because that's
okay,
one of the
maybe
hard.
they're trying to rub the two. They're
Yeah.
trying to rub the two sticks
Yeah,
together.
without something to start
Oh,
a fire, if you're rubbing sticks together, you better be good at it. And especially if you're in a very humid
if
environment.
you're in the yeah, if you're in the Congo and you got to get a fire started, or
Right.
you're in the Amazon jungle, you better have a fire starter, right, Steve? So that's a great idea.
Exactly.
But if you're anywhere here in the States, it's gonna work just fine. So all right, I got you. So fire starter was the
The item
first item
in my pack.
Okay, got
Right.
it.
The next thing I
Okay.
carry is this right here. This is called a compass. I know this is new to a lot of people out there, especially our younger folks. I don't use it a lot, but it's nice to have. And it goes back with the map I showed you, Amp. If
Yep.
everything else fails, I can take this compass and a map and I can find my way home. And that's what I like about
Steve-
it. It gives you comfort to know it's there. You're not going to use it a lot. And obviously, this is a little bigger than what you need. They've got much smaller ones.
Right.
But I had it as a gift years ago. It's very lightweight. And it's always nice to know which way is north, which way is south.
Yeah.
And you're not always going to have the stars to guide you because there's clouds. It might be raining. And a compass is just, a great thing to have. So that's another thing I carry in my
Steve-
pack.
Steve, what about Google Maps? Does that ever come into play?
Well, yeah, that's on your phone. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can use technology, but you always have to have a backup.
Yeah, I'm all about Steve. I'm all about the backup. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
and I know some folks think that I go overboard on this, but there was just a story this week in the news, and this happened out east somewhere in New Hampshire, Massachusetts, somewhere up there. A father and daughter were camping. They both went missing, and they found them both dead due to exposure. So they must have got lost.
Wow.
They got in a snowstorm. They couldn't find their way
Wow.
out, and apparently they passed away. So, some of this stuff you're looking at, like, oh, Steve, when you ever going to need that? Come on, man. But I'm telling you, your life's at stake sometimes, and weather changes really
Yeah.
fast, especially in the mountains. And having one of these things, a compass, and ability to start a fire, is going to save your life. So,
Steve, you know what? I one of my favorite things, and I live by this, is when you least expect it, expect it.
that's right.
And be prepared, so you can't.
That's
I
the
don't
key.
think
You
can
just
make
said
a
it. Be
mistake.
prepared. Just be
Yeah.
prepared.
Be prepared.
Prepare for the
right?
worst. Hope for the best. Right.
Right. Steve, another great thing to live by, or great mantra to stand by. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Okay, we're moving on to number
Got
3.
it.
I got to keep
Let's
moving
keep
here.
moving. Let's keep
Keep
moving.
moving. This is
Yeah.
called a life straw. See that, Anth? This is called a life straw.
life
A life
straw.
straw. Now, I have different types. This is a water filtration system.
Really? Now that's pretty cool.
Yeah, you just
Steve.
basically put the bottom end in the water and you just use it as a straw, and it has a filter to take out like 99% of the contaminants in there. If you drink water in the wilderness and it's not boiled or filtered, you can get really sick. You can even die from it. There's a lot of diseases you can catch. So you have to filter your water somehow when you're out in the wild. Now I have a little better systems in this. Systems that I can fill up canteens and stuff like that. But this is just a nice, easy, light thing to carry. And again, you're probably not going to use it, but if you did run out of water, this thing here, if you got a stream nearby, a lake, anything, this thing here will make sure you'll have plenty of water. And if you've got, I tell you what, if you've got water, Anth, you can survive a long time. So it's very light. I carry this, again, peace of mind.
Steve, you may not use it, but if you have to use it,
Right.
Again, it's gonna help you out. It may save you.
It may
too.
save you. Right. So you asked about Google Maps or GPS. See this thing right here, Ian?
I did ask about that.
See this? This?
No, don't tell me that's a map.
No, this is not a map.
Okay. I thought okay. I'm getting ahead of myself.
You're getting
Go
ahead of
Steve.
yourself. You gotta give me a minute
Yeah.
here. Okay, this is a little
Okay.
battery pack. Now, these come in all
Right.
sizes. Power pack. Okay, so this would charge a regular iPhone 16 about a little over once, maybe once and 1.5 times. Okay. I carry a bigger one when I go hiking. This is the one my wife carries, but what I'm trying to tell you is always have a backup battery pack. You could, because it is nice to have GPS on your phone. It is nice to follow the trail and see exactly where you're at and see where the miles are at. And you don't have to worry about that when you got backup power, okay? But the phone sometimes when you're out and about, it's picking up different signals, it's dropping signals, it's searching for signals. So you're draining your battery sometimes more than you think. And having one of these, again, gives you comfort knowing that, hey, yeah, my phone's going low here, but I've got a backup spare. No big deal. I'm good. So carry a little backup spare, and just, if anything, just carry something the size that you can recharge your phone one time, and that'll be fine.
Okay. And that's the fourth thing in that.
That's the fourth thing. I got two more things to carry.
The battery backup, right?
Power pack. Okay. The fifth thing is, this is just a little medical thing. Carry some Band-Aids. Okay, this is a little gauze. If you get hurt, if you scratch your leg.
First aid kit.
Yeah, I don't carry a whole kit.
Yeah, it's not really a kit.
Yeah, we go out and we carry a little tape and some gauzes like this. And if you scrape your leg, your arm, and you're bleeding, this is a nice thing to put on it and wrap it. And first aid, again, these are things that you're probably not going to use very often. But if you did come into a situation where you needed it, that may save your life. So I carry it always, very light, and doesn't take up a whole lot of space. All right?
Sure thing.
So we're going to go to our sixth item right now.
The sixth and final item, Steve? Is that right?
This is the sixth and final item, yeah.
Okay. You have the floor, Steve.
Okay, I got the floor here. All right. Sixth and final item. And this is a emergency whistle. Now, these are very lightweight. They're made of plastic, but they're very loud. Okay, if you get lost, and they're going to send teams to come look for you, and it's pretty cool. I actually know a person out here who's on one of these mountain rescue teams, and she goes out, she trains. They got to go find people. People get lost or go missing, and having one of these to let them know where you're at. This sound travels a long way. It can travel much farther than you can yell, okay? So this whistle is, again, a safety thing. And it's not only good for letting people know where you're at, it could scare away a bear or an animal. When you're an animal and they get aggressive, make a whole lot of noise, make a loud noise, okay? So this thing will help you do that. And this is one of the new items we're carrying on SierraBub, Anth. I don't know if you knew that or not. SierraBub.com. We just got these in. Yes.
We're excited about that.
We're excited. And it's got a nice lanyard with it. And it's a nice orange color, so you're easily identifiable when you got it on. It's got a little clip here. You can clip it to your shirt, your pack, whatever you need. And we're going to offer this with our Buddy Pack towels, Backpack Buddies. Okay, we're going to offer these two things together and our glasses. And we're going to have some really nice kits that you can buy to help you get hiking and get out there sooner so you don't have to go and buy all these things individually. So that's going to be coming very soon. And we hope you'll go to SierraBub.com and take a look at our stuff. We have quality equipment that is made to enhance your outdoor experience. So go take a look at it.
And that's what, Steve, I think that's what we're all about, is trying to help people.
I agree. So that's all the gear that I carry. Like Anth said, I don't carry everything every time. I look at where I'm going. I look at this gear, and then I pick what I'm going to need to keep me safe, to keep me aware and everything else, and protected. And so I hope you'll do the same. And we'll put links to this gear. We'll put a list out just so everyone knows the list that we've covered. We'll have links to it if you want to go look at some of these products. And if you click on them and go buy them on Amazon, we get a small commission. It helps us run our programs and websites and everything else. So we appreciate your business.
Oh, and I'll second that. I'll second that emotion, Steve.
Yeah,
we definitely do.
So let's give them a
next time.
Yeah, go ahead, Ian.
Go ahead. No, you go.
No,
ahead.
we're just going to give them a teaser on the next episode, which I think they're really going to like. And Go ahead and tee it up. Tee this one up.
So, well, hey, now we had mentioned this when we had one of the first podcasts and started this whole series, that there's a story that you're going to share with us at some point, and it's going to be our next podcast about an experience that that involves Bigfoot. And we're not going to get into detail right now. We're going to ask you to come back. And when you do come back, you're going to share a story with us, Steve, that I think our viewers are going to we'll see what they think.
We'll see what they think. We'll see if they've had similar experience.
Yeah.
Now, I am not saying it was a Bigfoot. I'm saying, was it a Bigfoot?
Okay.
Could it have been
Steve.
Bigfoot? Okay.
Yeah.
And this happened in Northwest California a few years ago.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is supposed to be Squatchy territory, Amp. So
yeah.
that's where a lot of your Squatch hunters go up there. And I was not up there Squatch hunting or anything like that. My wife and I, we were just up there camping and hiking. And we had two unique experiences that I would like to cover on the podcast and get everybody's input on. It was interesting.
Okay.
So I don't want to say much more because I want folks to come back for the next episode. They're going to like it.
They're going to like it. And Steve, you know what? When you're out there in the mountains or on a trail, if you would run into Bigfoot, you wouldn't want to miss him because there's glare in your eyes, right? Or glare in your glasses.
That would be really bad. That would be bad.
Yeah, you want to get
once in a lifetime opportunity, and you can't see him because of the glare.
You want to get the best view you can get, right? And Steve, that's where SierraBub glasses come in. Go ahead, Steve.
No, they've become my go-to glasses, Amp. I have a number of pair of sunglasses, and I always find myself reaching for my SierraBubs. I really do.
A lot of
our customers say the same thing, and they didn't think that, but they say the same thing. So, go get you a pair. You'll like them.
And if you're interested in picking up a pair, you can go to our website at SierraBub.com. And where else can they find them at, Steve?
They can find them on Amazon.
Right.
Just type in SierraBub.
Sure. And for sure, you know what? One more thing you're going to like about them, they're easy on your wallet. Okay? We make them very affordable. Oops, dropped it. So, anything else, Steve, before we check out for the day? Anything else you want to add?
No. If folks have any questions, don't email me. Email Anthony, anthonym@SierraBub.com. And we'll talk it over and we'll get back with you. If you have any questions on the gear that we demonstrated, be happy to give you any insight on it and how we've used it and how we like it, that kind of stuff. So, feel free to email us. Please look at the description on this podcast. We'll have some links to products and things like that. So we appreciate it.
Yeah, and if you're watching us on Apple Podcast, you know what? Please subscribe. And if you're following us, give us a like. If it's on YouTube, you know what? Follow us and support our channel. If you find this information valuable, we really appreciate the support of our listeners. So this is Anthony and Steve for Steve Mattioli with Outdoor Adventures with Anthony and Steve, saying see you next time. Thanks for joining us.